Hello, Internet folks. This is the Moorhouse CDN coming at you to talk about Wrestle Kingdom 12, which is coming up very, very soon. How soon? Well, maybe tomorrow night, since I'm recording this on the 2nd, or 2 days from now, depending how you look at it. I'm going to be staying up all night just to get to the show time, which is 1 o'clock Mountain Time here in Edmonton. So I will be watching it live and staying up till 5 or 6 in the morning just to see the show, which I've been looking forward to for the past several months. So the first things I'd like to talk to you about is my predictions for this card. I have become a really big New Japan fan here in the last year since watching Wrestle Kingdom 11 last year. I knew nothing about New Japan. I knew some of the names, and I knew, oh hey, Cody Rhodes is here and stuff of that nature. So to learn about all the talent, learn about the storylines, actually get excited for wrestling once, like WWE hasn't given me for the past several years, has been phenomenal. So I'd like to tell you my predictions for this year, for Wrestle Kingdom 12, which is, coming to you less than 48 hours away. So the first match of the night will be Roppongi 3K versus the Young Bucks for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. This match is going to be spot fest. That's all I can say. It's the Young Bucks are kings of spots, and all the old school wrestling fans know it. They can't stand the Young Bucks because they think they're ruining the business. I think the Young Bucks are exactly what wrestling needs for the millennials. It's just fun stuff, lots of super kicks, lots of aerial moves. I like the Young Bucks. I'm a fan. I also like old school wrestling, so I'm a fan of that. I understand that wrestling needs to evolve. You can't always have the Nick Brockwinkle matches because it gets boring after a while. So this one, I'm going to give it to the Young Bucks to win the titles. They still are planned to be independent for another year at least. They have hinted in their Being the Elite videos that they could signing that big corporate contract potentially at the end of 2018. So for the next year, they're still going to be touring in Japan. They're still going to be doing their independent shows. No, I give the Young Bucks the nod here. They have had the titles before. They'll lose them again, and maybe they'll win it a couple times still. The next match is the Gauntlet Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Championship. Bullet Club have recently won the title with Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. They're taking on, in the Gauntlet-style match, Chaos with Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toru Yano, a team of Michael Elgin and War Machine, Suzuki Gun, which is Taichi, Takashi Iizuka, and Zack Sabre Jr., and finally, Taguchi Japan, which is Juice Robinson, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Tagi Makabe. I apologize for my pronunciation. I am still very much learning the proper Japanese pronunciations on English characters. I hope to have it down by 2019. Anyway, it's the Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Team Championship. This title changes a lot. I think it has changed almost every time they've done a Wrestle Kingdom. It's also just a title to push a bunch of guys that aren't getting noticed, or a bunch of guys that are kind of lost in the mid-card shuffle. I don't think Bullet Club will retain. I know they took the titles off Bushi, Evil, and Sonata just because they won the Tag League this year. And I can't predict it. It's almost an unpredictable match. I'm going to say Taguchi Japan is my favorite just because I think Juice Robinson could hold some gold here. He's had a great 2017, and I think it will continue to 2018. I look for him to be a big contender at the G1 this year. I don't think he'll win the G1, but I think he'll definitely be one of the top 4 at the end of the tournament. But once again, anyone could win it. It's a gauntlet match, and it's a title that's not really promoted that well. I'm gonna go with Taguchi Japan, but anyone could win. But I don't think it will stay with Bullet Club. The next match is the All-American Nightmare Cody versus Kotobuki. This was going to be the Ring of Honor title match for this year, but Cody has lost the title at Final Battle, the Dalton Castle. So it will be a singles match with nothing but pride on the line. I am a big Ibushi fan. I think Ibushi is going to be the G1 favorite this year and potentially win it to headline Wrestle Kingdom 13 next year. I'm going to say this is at the start of his road to glory. No pun intended. And Cody has his exclusive Ring of Honor contract that will be coming up soon. I don't know how that affects his indie schedule and his New Japan schedule. I think he'll still be able to do the cross-branded shows they do, but I can't see him. I don't know if he'll be doing any more tours after this. I'm going to go with Kodo winning the match. Sorry, there's no title. Kodo will win the match. It will set him up for his path to glory. I'm going to also say he's going to win G1 this year, but we'll find out more about that in the summer. The next match is Los Ingobernables de Japón, Evil and Sanada versus Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer for the tag team titles. I'm going to say Evil and Sanada deserve the title here. They've had a tremendous 2017. Both of the guys have got notice. They've earned a fan base, and they won the tag league this year. So I do think that they're going to beat the Killer Elite Squad, win the titles, and I think they'll hold the titles for a long time. They need to boost this division, and why not use Evil and Sanada, who are starting to get a fan base, to be the leaders of maybe a potential reboot on the tag team heavyweight division. It's going to be a slugfest match. It's not going to be a spot fest. It's not going to be a 5-star match. It's going to be a very good match. There's not a lot of story here, but I do think the fans will be really behind Evil and Sanada, and like I said, they deserve this moment. I'll give them the titles and let them roll with 2018. The next match is Minoru Suzuki versus Hiroki Goto. If Goto loses, he will have his hair cut off, and it's also a death match. This is a perfect match for Suzuki. He is the king of Extreme in New Japan. It's going to be very gory, very violent. I don't think Goto's going to win. I think the Never Openweight Championship is going to stay around Suzuki's waist. He's had a grasp on that title for a long time now. It's going to be a long time before someone's going to take the title from him. Unlike Wrestle Kingdom last year, I don't think a lot of titles are going to change as we're used to. They'll still be quite a bit. Suzuki is my bet to win. It's going to be a bloody match, and it's going to be weak for the heart. The next match is Marty Scurll versus Hiromu Takahashi versus Kushida versus Will Ospreay. It's the first ever fatal 4-way match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. And this is going to be a spot fest, very reminiscent of the WCW Cruiserweight division back in the 90s. I'm looking forward to this match because it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of spots. It's going to be a lot of dives and a lot of strong spots. I'm predicting that Hiromu Takahashi will come ahead. He's had some momentum going forward this year, early last year going forward this year. I think it's going to be a very special night for Los Ingobernables de Japón. I think they're going to take the hold on the number one stable in New Japan. He'll win the title, and it's going to be a phenomenal match. It's going to be fun. I can't wait for it. I'm a big Will Ospreay fan. I've been really into his matches lately, and I think that, this is Takahashi's time to shine. Next, we have Switchblade Jay White versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Intercontinental Championship. Jay White has made his return to New Japan at Power Struggle this year, and he's focused all his attention on Tanahashi's Intercontinental title. The bad thing for him is I don't think he's quite ready for that level of a title. I think it could be a good match. It sounds like Tanahashi's coming in with a bit of an injury, but I just don't think Jay White's ready from a booking stance. I think he'll work his way up to that level, and maybe next year he could potentially win the Intercontinental title. But for now, I think this is still Tanahashi's world. It's still Tanahashi's New Japan. He will drop the title. I don't know when, probably in a month or two. It just won't be to Jay White. I'm sorry if you're a Jay White fan, but I just think he's not quite ready for that level. Give him some time, give him half a year, and maybe we can see him actually contend for titles with a bit of push behind him. Tanahashi, I think, will win this match, and I think he'll drop the title later on this spring. Next, we have Alpha versus Omega, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, WWE versus New Japan. This match has been phenomenally built. Everyone's talking about it, both sides of the pond. I know myself, I love both wrestlers. I've been a Jericho fan since I was a kid, And Omega I've discovered this year, and I've thought he was the perfect face for New Japan. He's pushed the marketing over there in America. You know, they're selling t-shirts, they're selling shows, they're doing 2 American dates this coming year, as well as their Ring of Honor cross-branded promotion events. For me, for a booking stance, if I were the booker, I'd let Jericho win. I'd have Bullet Club turn on Omega, which has kind of been hinting for the last little while, because him and the Elite seem to be on, you know, above the Bullet Club motive. So I see Jericho becoming the new leader of Bullet Club, kicking out Omega and the Young Bucks, and then there could be a potential feud here going in for the full year even. I know Jericho has his cruise coming in the fall, so I do see that Jericho and Omega could have a 3 or 4 match spread till that event, where Omega maybe beats Jericho for his U.S. title again. Jericho has hinted that this is not a one-time deal with New Japan, so I do think he'll be like a Brock Lesnar type role, where he'll show up for the big events and then still be able to promote his band and his books and his other projects. I think Jericho will win, and I think this is going to be a feud that's going to go on for months and months, and this is only chapter 1. We haven't got the full story of Omega versus Jericho yet. Like I said, I'll predict Jericho to win, and bonus prediction, Bullet Club turns on Omega and the Young Bucks, or Omega, Young Bucks, and the whole Elite, and starts the Elite versus the Bullet Club feud, with Jericho and Omega being the leaders of this. The final match tonight is Okada versus Nato. Oh boy, am I looking forward to this since G1. I am a huge Nato fan. I'm a proud shirt owner of Los Ingobernables de Japan. I think Nato has worked his butt off this year to prove that fans, I'm ready. I'm ready for the title. Last time he got a Wrestle Kingdom main event, the fans were against him. This is his second time with the main event. Same exact match, same exact title, but I think this time the fans are definitely behind Nato. He's earned it. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a very, very good Wrestle Kingdom for Los Ingobernables de Japan. I think they're going to have pretty much all the belts except Bushi having one. I think this is a potential 5 or 6 star match, just like Jericho Omega. They're both going to be Meltzer rated high. I think Nato's going to win, and just because I think Okada is going to take a bit of a break here, maybe to Dominion, where he can get more active. Just get him some rest. He's been working hard. Nato to take the crown for a bit, and I'm excited to see what type of feuds we get out of this. I think we could see, Nato versus Ibushi, or Nato versus Robinson, Nato versus Beretta. There's tons of matches we can see with this. I think Bullet Club and Elite are going to be feuding with each other, so they're going to be all tied up. So this gives other people a chance to join the main event scene. So I'm predicting Nato to win the Heavyweight Championship and to just lead New Japan 2018. So just to recap, I'm going with the Young Bucks to win the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. I'm going with Taguchi Japan to win the Never Openweight 6-Man Tag Championships. Kotobuki to win his match. I'm going with Evil and Sonata to win the Tag Team Championships. I'm going with Suzuki to retain his Never Openweight Heavyweight Championship. I'm going with Takahashi to win the Junior Heavyweight Championship. I'm going with Tanahashi to win the Intercontinental Championship. Jericho to win the US Heavyweight Championship. And Nato to win the Heavyweight Championship. Let me know your predictions right down in the comment section below and see where I was wrong, or see why you think I'm nuts. I'm really looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom. I hope you guys can check it out, watch live on New Japan World like I am, or if not, check the replays that are going to be available throughout North America on various TV channels. If you can't check it that way, watch some YouTube. Either way, watch Wrestle Kingdom 12. This is exciting time for wrestling. It's nice to see a potential number 2 company rise out of the ashes of what Impact Wrestling left behind. And this is a company that's been around for over 40 years. So to see them starting to make waves in North America after 40 years is also really, really cool. Will they be better in WWE? No, but I think they'll push WWE to be better than they are already. That's why we have to support number 2s, number 3 promotions. It's an exciting time to be, a wrestling fan again. After 15 years, it's really exciting. Anyways, like I said, leave a comment on the section below, make fun of me, see what I predicted wrong, and check out Wrestle Kingdom 12. It's going to be a phenomenal show. Alright, check you later, you jerks.